suit after we had some number changes. The name Midnight Suit came from Bob Dylan lyric, and then after we changed some members, just trimmed down to the suit just because it was easier to remember and catchier maybe, and to redefine who we are.
Alright. Favorite part of the tour so far?
Playing's always great. Food's good. Meeting new people, traveling, and there's so many perks of being on here. It's all incredible.
New connection.
Yeah, great experience overall. Yeah.
What's the craziest thing you've ever done?
Like ever?
Ever.
Craziest thing I've ever done. I went bluffing one time. It's jumping off cliffs in Arkansas. It's like a 100-foot cliff. Never jumped up anything that high. As far as anything I've done that's made my heart beat that fast, that's probably it.
What was the first concert you've ever attended?
First concert was Reba McEntire and John Michael Montgomery in Fargo, North Dakota, two country singers.
What was the best piece of advice someone ever given you?
Probably one of our first shows, one of the older bands that played, so really looking at people's eyes when you're on stage and look directly into their eyes and connect with them when you're screaming at them, when you're talking to them. I can feel you're talking at them, not just turning your back around and looking elsewhere, really connect and address them what you're saying and things of the leader.
What or who inspires you guys to write music?
Oh man, I think all of our parents were musically inclined. All grew up around music, whether it was just start off in Sunday school or our parents singing songs to us or just picking up a guitar, trying to learn how to play just because we had it around the house. And just grew from there. Just like it's always been around. We just have developed it and grown with it and made it something we are trying to do full time.
What are 3 important things that you need to have when you're on tour?
Deodorant. Not too big of a suitcase. Like a stackable square suitcase. And Febreze. Probably 3 up there.
What are some bands that have been you guys' biggest influence?
Oh, I'd say like NoFX and Bad Religion, the Beatles. As far as like what we're doing now, like structurally and kind of like market-wise, like 4 Year Strong and Day to Remember. And then for main influence of what we play, I guess the Beatles, melody-wise. Like old school Metallica and stuff like that for the heaviness, like just what we grew up listening to.
What are some bands that you would love to tour with and that would be on your dream tour?
I'd probably say Drugs. Day to Remember would be sweet. Probably NoFX. There's a lot of great bands. I mean, it's probably top 3, 4 right there.
Who's the most important person to you in your life?
My wife. She keeps me sane. She supports what I do. When things are going bad, it's hard doing what we do. When I start feeling weak like that, she always brings me up. She's my biggest fan. She's always been there for me. She's always keeping my side, even the hell I put her through doing this, being away from her all the time. Yeah, my wife definitely.
Do you consider your fans friends or family?
Friends and family, I guess. I thought you were going to say friends or fans. Family, I mean, I'd say the connection we have, we try to make it as personal as possible. Treat them as a human being, not just a person you're going to sell a CD to or a shirt to or a source of revenue. But like a family, like a core, like if they weren't there, like a family, who would you have? You wouldn't have anybody. Especially in the band, like music industry, your listeners make who you are. And of course, the more listeners you have, it's kind of based on how big you are, and I think maybe sometimes we'll lose sight of that and just kind of generalize, but definitely family, because if they weren't there, then anybody who's up on stage making music, they wouldn't be there either.
What is the best way for you to wind down at the end of the day?
Oh, probably an air conditioning somewhere, for water, someplace quiet, coffee chair or a couch or floor, something soft to lay on or sit on. Yeah.
Best tool prank that you've ever pulled?
Oh man. Best tour prank. One of our guys, we're driving on the highway and there's a band behind us, and one of our guys urinated in a Dorito bag and threw out the window, and it hit the van behind us.
Oh, God.
It's pretty good.
All right, last two questions. One's a fun question. If you woke up the opposite sex, how would you react?
If I woke up the opposite sex, I'd probably be kind of confused, have some explaining to do with my wife, or some talking to do with my wife as to what's going to happen next. I don't know. I'd be kind of freaked out. Yeah, I don't know what I'd do really.
All right, what can we expect from the soup the rest of 2011 and early 2012?
Oh, a lot of shows being played in the United States, West Coast, trying to get to the East Coast. Some new music, hopefully. We did 3 songs with Matt Squire, produced like Katy Perry, 303, some other big names, Panic at the Disco. Hopefully get that up online or else released later on this fall or this winter. And yeah, that's about it. New music, a lot touring.